Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Extra Mind. Today, the topic is functions in Python programming. Functions. What are functions? So, in any programming language, there are two types of function. One is a predefined function, and the other one is user-defined function. So, predefined function is the function which is already defined or which is already given by the programming language itself. The meaning is already explained. And the user-defined function is the function which is developed by or written by the programmer itself or the developer who is writing the program. So we know what is a function. Function is basically a block of code which is designed to perform a task of some specific kind. Now, if you want to declare uh, function in Python programming, you have to declare it with the help of a def keyword. Def keyword. So suppose if I just create a function like def display, okay, and I just give a body to the function like hello students, okay, hello students, and next is you have to call the function. Always you need to call the function. We need to call the function, right? We need to call the function. So if you run this code, you can see that you are going to get the output. You are going to get the output. It will be hello students. It will take some time to connect to the runtime environment. See, we are getting the output hello student. So this is the very basic code, and this is nothing but it's a non-parameterized function. Okay, let me create some blocks, some codes, some cells. Inside this we are going to write the code. So here we have display. So display is a function, and inside this we have given the body of the function, and here we have called the function. We are getting the output as hello students. So this is nothing but it is actually a non-parameterized function. Then what is a parameterized function? The second type of function is actually a parameterized function, the function which has got a parameter. Okay, so if I just create a function like students, if I just create a function like students, here we have a name, or suppose here we have a name, and next we have the role. Okay, so two parameters we have passed. Now if you just try to print the name and just try to print the role. Okay, so when you call the function students, when you call the function students, you need to pass the values. Like if I just pass the value like Amit, okay, so this is the actual parameter, and here I pass the roll number like C D A 1234, something like this. Okay, so if you run this code, you will get the output like Amit CDA 1234. It doesn't mean that you have to pass it as a string itself. If you pass the roll number as a suppose a integer value also, so you will get the output like this, because whatever the value you pass or the data type will be actually defined upon the particular value that you are passing. So this is a parameterized function. This is a parameterized function. So this is actually a type of function in Python programming language. Now the third type of function that is present in Python is called uh, it's called default argument. Default argument. Suppose if I just consider the same function, if I just consider the same functions, and here I just give a f name, and here I just give l name. Okay, and here I just pass a value like Kumar. This is the l name of that particular person, and I just try to print here f name and l name, right? Lname. And when I call this function students, when I call this function students, I just need to pass Amit in this case. Now when I pass this Amit in this case, we are getting the output as Amit Kumar. You are getting the output as Amit Kumar. Okay, you are getting the output as Amit Kumar. Now if you pass the roll number also, if you pass the roll number also like roll, if you get 1234, something like this. Okay, so you just need to print the roll number over here, and when you run the code, you are getting the output as something like this. Okay, so you're getting the output. Now what if you just pass the first parameter like Amit, okay, and here you don't need to pass anything else. So you can see still you are getting the output. Still you are getting the output. Okay, so this is possible. Now if you just remove all the parameters, okay, all the values, if you just remove, and you just pass the first value, first value for the first parameter, you pass the value, you can see automatically it is giving you the output like non-default argument follows default argument. So you cannot provide the value, you cannot provide the value for the first parameter. Okay, if you want to provide the value, you have to provide the value for the rest of the parameters also, or even if you don't provide the value for the first one, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. Like if you just pass it over here, that's it. Or suppose if you have already provided the value like it's like this Amit, and here if you just pass it to suppose like Gaurav. Okay, Gaurav, something like this. So you are getting the output as Gaurav. So the value which you are providing at the time of calling the function will override the value which you have already provided while defining the function. Okay, so this is called default argument. This is called a default argument. So alone you cannot give parameters value to the first parameter. Okay, first parameter you cannot pass the value directly. You have to pass this for the rest of the parameters also. So this is a default argument. This is default argument. Now coming to the next part, the next type of function that is present is called keyword argument. Keyword argument, I will take the same function students. Okay, and here I just pass fname, and here I pass lname. Okay, and simply I just try to print fname. Okay, and also I try to print lname. Now when I call the function students, it would be something like this: fname equal to suppose Amit. Okay, and suppose lname equal to Kumar. Okay, now if you run this code, you will get the output as Amit Kumar. You will get the output as Amit Kumar. So this is nothing but it's called a keyword argument. It's called keyword argument. So every time I'm just printing the values. Okay, so I'm printing the values like this. So you can directly make use of this what to say some strings also, it's like uh, first name is wait we I just made a mistake. First name is fname. Okay, first name is fname, and here uh, last name last name is lname. Okay, last name is lname. If you run this code, you can get the first name is Amit and last name is Kumar. So if you want, you can print like this, or if you want, you can also go for the formatted string. So formatted string is nothing but it will be just we'll start printing with the f. Okay, we'll just start printing with the f. So if you want to go for the formatted string, you just pass a f over here. Okay, and whole thing you do one thing, just everything will be inside a string. Okay, everything will be inside string. Okay, so let's do one thing, just pass everything is inside a string. Okay, so everything is inside a string, and if you run this code, you will get like first name is fname and last name is lname. So just to remove this problem, you have to just provide a curly bracket over here. Okay, you just need to provide a curly bracket. So better provide a curly bracket over here, and here also similarly close the curly bracket, and if you run this code, you can see the output. So this is nothing but the formatted string. Okay, and the whole example is actually, it's an example of uh, it's a keyword argument. And the next type of function that is present in Python programming is it's a uh, it's called arbitrary argument. Okay, it's arbitrary argument. So if I just create a function like employees, so this time I'm not going to create a student again. I will just create employees, and I will give args. So it's actually meant like pointers of C programming, but believe me, there is nothing called a pointer in Python programming. So this is star args. At place of args, you can take anything of your choice, but this star actually represents arbitrary argument. What does it mean? Here we have two parameters. Okay, so against this two parameter, you can pass only two actual values. Okay, you can pass only two actual values. So if you want to pass some 10 values, then you have to pass 10 parameters like a b c d e f, something like this. So just to solve this problem, Python has given us something called arbitrary arguments. So if I just run a for loop over here for I in args, if I just write here and I simply try to print I. Okay, and when I just call this function employees, when I call this function, okay, and I just pass some values, multiple values. Okay, you don't need to worry about the values. You can see the output is something like this. So 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, all the values you are going to get as the output. Okay, and if you want to pass the values like so that it get side by side, so you have to pass this end equal to, and you simply give something like this, so you can see the values will be printed side by side. Okay, it's totally your choice how to print the values. Okay, now this is called arbitrary argument. You can see only one parameter is there, that is args, and with the help of this args, you can pass multiple values. So I have passed some integral values. I have passed some integral value, but that doesn't mean that you have to pass only integral values. You can pass any values. You can pass a combination also of different data types. You can pass string values also, like suppose here also, if you just pass Amit, it doesn't make any sense, so you will get the output. Okay, so no need to worry. So it doesn't mean that already always you have to pass this integral values. No, it's not like that. Okay, so this is actually the type of function that is called arbitrary argument. Now again, there is one arbitrary argument function can be written in another way, where you can just pass the key and value. Okay, the data in the form of key and value. So I will make use of the same. I will make the use of the same, and here I will take 2 stars. Okay, I will take 2 stars. And once again, I'm telling that this args is not defined. In place of args, you can take anything of your choice, but provided whatever you take, you should be careful to pass it inside in the loop. So if I just pass I comma j in args dot items. Okay, IARGS dot items. Why items? Because we are going to pass the data in the form of key and value pair format. Whenever we are going to supply the actual value, we are going to pass it inside a key and value pair format. So here I'm just going to pass, or I'm going to print ai comma j. Okay, I'm going to print I comma j. So employees here, if I just pass f name, and suppose the f name is Amit. Okay, and l name is suppose, no, it's not like this. L name equal to suppose Kumar. Okay, and here I just pass role equal to, suppose you just pass the role 1 2 3 4, something like this. Okay, now if you run this code, you can see that you are getting the output in the form of this key and value pair format. So we are using this arbitrary argument. So arbitrary argument here, 2 stars. 1 star is actually for the key, and the second star is actually for the value. Now against this a single parameter, you can pass the actual values, multiple actual values you can pass. It doesn't have any limit. You can pass hundreds and hundreds of values. So just this is just for understanding the whole scenario. So I'm just giving 3 values. If you want, you can pass something more like address. Okay, address, if you want to give, you can give like it's Kolkata, something like this. Okay, or and college. Okay, so college, you have to give, so it's like NIT. You can give the college as NIT. So you can see the values are getting printed. So this is called arbitrary argument. So arbitrary argument is generally of 2 types. The first one, which I showed just only for the values, and the second one involves the combination of a key and value pair format. Here also I have just printed I and j. If you wanted to print the I and j in some different format, you can also print it using the formatted string, or using the curly brackets also. Okay, you can print the values. So it totally depends upon you what to do, and how to if you what output you want to get. Okay, so that's it for today. So today I hope you understood what are actually function, and what are the types of functions that are present in Python. You can frame your own codes, and you can do multiple codes and programmings based on these particular examples. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.